What's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be showcasing an artifact that you should avoid at all costs. Don't be fooled by this promise of riches. It's not worth the price you pay, because although there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, it's empty because the leprechauns got there first. I'll be letting you know exactly what artifact you should be avoiding, explain what it was supposed to do, what it actually does, and how you can go about getting what it was supposed to give, but in a different way. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or even follow me on Twitter, and let's crack into it. So the artifact that I'm referring to is the loaded dice, which can be avoided by not picking one up when you fight the Agonizer 9000 over here in the guts of Carnivora. Now the loaded dice is loaded with false promises. The key draw to this artifact, the one that lures in a lot of people, or at least it did when the game first came out, is the line on the card which reads "substantially increases your luck." You may think luck is the stat that governs legendary drop rates, and I wouldn't blame you for thinking that, but just as luck is this intangible thing, so is this artifact's effect. I mean, it's intangible because you can't touch it, there's nothing there. Having this artifact equipped and farming Grave Ward didn't change legendary drop rates at all, and you'd think the word substantially would mean a lot. Actually, looking it up in the dictionary, it means of considerable importance, size, or worth, a la substantially more legendaries, but turns out that just isn't the case, not even close. Z-Karma has a great video where he breaks it all down, proving once and for all that luck in Borderlands 3 is a hoax when it comes to legendary farming. He killed Grave Ward 500 times with a loaded dice with a luck passive, which should boost it even more, and 500 times without one, and the difference is negligible. Back to that word substantially, and you'd expect the loaded dice would have results heavily weighted in its favour, but they weren't. It all boils down to the luck stat being broken in Borderlands 3, but I've never really been a fan of effects which you can't really gauge anyway, so I'm fine with that. The thing is, with this artifact though, it majorly nerfs you. It reduces your max health by 75% for absolutely no gain. Now, I remember people in threads and such back when the game first came out testing this artifact, insisting it made some kind of difference, but the community has come to the conclusion that it doesn't, so take it from me when I say you should not be equipping this artifact to increase the amount of legendaries you get, because it won't. And keep that in mind if you find something too good to be true in the Wonderlands too, lest we forget. However, these days in Borderlands 3, we already have something to fulfill the loaded dice legacy, and that's the Shaluta, obtained as part of the Welcome to Pandora Vault card in the Director's Cut. It's kind of funny how there's this item in the base game that was supposed to do what the Shaluta does, but stayed broken, and then the Shaluta comes along and performs better than everyone's wildest dreams. But hey, I guess that's just how it goes. This thing literally lets you swim in legendaries just to get a kill, and your legendary drop rate will go through the roof, increasing by 1000% for 12 seconds, or even 100,000% while offline, which is absolutely ridiculous, and plus there's absolutely no downsides. You can use it in the base game in every DLC aside from Arms Raids, and even to increase your Diamond Loot Room drop rates. It is the gold standard when it comes to legendary farming, but only affects world drops. Now you may think that the reduction in health enables you to proc URAD anointments, but it doesn't, because your health isn't reserved. Rather, it is set to 25% of what it would normally be, making it utterly useless all round. In saying that, it will regen your health on kill, but the auto idle already does that, and you don't need to sacrifice 75% of your health for that to happen. Overall, the loaded dice is just loaded with lies. Don't equip it thinking you'll get more legendaries, use the Shaluta instead. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned of a legendary artifact you should avoid, and keep this lesson in mind heading into Wonderlands. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.